as I was setting up for this video, I realized that I just have way too much stuff to show you. So I'm going to break this video into two parts. One part is going to be dedicated to the books. The other part is going to be dedicated to the loot. I have way too much loot, and I realized that trying to add it in halfway through the video or at the end of the video will just take forever. To be completely honest, I need to clean off this table so that I can have more room to do my stuff. Video 1 is going to be about books, and I'm going to talk a little bit about a giveaway, and then video 2 is going to be the same thing, but it's going to be about the loot and then about the giveaway. Make sure that you watch both videos so that you know what's happening. So I'm really excited to share with you a couple of the books that I have binge read over the last couple of days. We have Made You Up by Francesca Zappia. This was actually my book group book for the month of April. We discussed it. Everybody loved it who had finished it, even the ones who hadn't finished it, which I think was just one person. They really enjoyed the book. It is about a schizophrenic teenager. She has to decipher between reality and her imagination, hallucinations, things that are made up. That's the title, Made You Up. It's such a heartbreaking read as you see her struggle. She's in high school, she wants to be there. She has to deal with her family, with friends, with boys. Honestly, it was just so good, and to see into the mind of a schizophrenic, even though it is fictional. Not many authors can write about mental illness. She did such an amazing job. She really made you feel for the character. And I read this one in a day. Look how big it is. It is 428 pages long. Took me one day to finish. Could not put it down. If you're looking for your next read, this is it. Of course, as soon as I finished reading that, I picked up her second book, which is called Eliza and Her Monsters. And I'm really excited about this one. I think the cover art is absolutely beautiful. I'm really excited to read this, so we'll see how this one goes. I'm sure it's going to be great, especially after Made You Up, and I'm really excited. Next up, we have The Impossible Knife of Memory by Laurie Halse Anderson. This is not something that I've recently read. This is actually one of my all-time favorite books. I picked it up a couple of years ago, and whenever someone says, hey, recommend a book that I can read, I always go with this one because really it is truly a masterpiece. It's another one of those books where it will make you cry, and I'm a firm believer if it makes you cry, then it is a book above all books. This one I actually got signed by the author. When I saw her at PLA, my last conference, I pretty much almost had a meltdown, but in a good way, because I was so excited to see her, and I could barely get the words out of my mouth, and I'm pretty sure she was just laughing at me, but that's okay because she's amazing. She actually ended up writing that in the book while she was signing it, and if you look, it says, Sarah, you are awesome. I'm Sarah. And all the feels, and then she signed her name. She actually let me take a video of her talking about this, so I'm gonna let her do that.
Hi, I'm Laurie Halse Anderson. Go Eagles! And also go books, right? This is The Impossible Knife of Memory. It's a book about how being a teenager can be hard, especially when your parents are struggling. This book also has a love story in it with all the feels, right? So I hope you like it. It's mine. It doesn't suck. Have a good day.
Like, really, she is amazing. So again, if you are looking for a book to read, highly recommend this one. She's really, truly one of my all-time favorite authors, which has gotten me on a reading binge, or trying to get on a reading binge for her books. I picked up Wintergirls. The girl in this book is dealing with an eating disorder. Also, her best friend just died, and you see how that affects her day-to-day. Another book that made me bawl my eyes out. So I'm recommending a lot of books to make you guys cry. I think that's a really good thing, right? My current read is Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate. This one is actually an adult novel. So the book starts with two different viewpoints. One of them is from 1939. The other one is present day, and it is about these generations that end up somehow colliding. It is inspired by a true story. It is about children who get kidnapped from their homes or walking in the street, and these kids are taken to an orphanage and pretty much sold to the highest bidder for people who need a child and can't have their own, or something has happened to their child and they're trying to replace them. I'm very curious to how it will end. So if you're looking for an adult book, I do suggest Before We Were Yours, even though I'm not done with it. Next up, I have a package. It was a giveaway I had entered. I'm not sure which book it is, so I'm going to go ahead and open that with you. Yes! Okay, Loving the Person You Are Today, This Is Me by Chrissy Metz. If you guys don't watch This Is Us on some channel, if you don't watch This Is Us, I highly recommend it. It is another one that has me in tears literally every episode. Every single episode, I cry. And it's kind of funny because if you ask me about an actor's name, there's a very 99.9% chance that I won't know their real name. I will know their name in the show that they're in, but they're sorry Chrissy, but no idea her name was Chrissy. This is actually the cover. Her name is Kate in the show, so if you ask me what her name is, I'll probably say something like Kate. I do love books like these, which is kind of weird because I'm not really into the whole follow Hollywood type thing. I'm really excited for this. I can't wait to start it. And for good measure, I am gonna throw in La Princesa and the Pea. This is a picture book that I had picked up from PLA. It is a book in English, but it has words thrown in there that are Spanish, like niña and madre. And what I really loved about this book, other than, you know, the illustrations, because I think they're super cute, look at that, is the fact that it's a rhyming book, but she rhymes in both English and Spanish, which I think is really cool and really clever. So if you have kids, I would recommend that you read this to them, or if you have nieces and nephews, do it. I am going to open up one thing from PLA because my friend who goes with me to these conferences has opened it, and she was telling me how great this little baggie was, and I still haven't opened it, which is, you know, so they were just handing these out. It's a string backpack for Nora Roberts, Shelter in Place. I've never actually read a Nora Roberts book. I know that she does write adult romance. Yeah, never read one for her, so, but okay, I'll take the bag and whatever is in it. So going through, let's see. Ooh, all right. I can get behind this. All right, Nora, all right. So let's start with the water, because water is very important and you should always drink water. And I love water, and water is life. And I don't understand how people can go around and say that water has no taste, because what is wrong with you? Water tastes delicious. A little Pringles cheddar cheese box, which I love Pringles. Famous Amos chocolate chip cookies. Fiber One mini bar, strawberry Nutri-Grain, Cheez-Its, a sweet and salty mix, 2 little chocolates. There's more. All right. Tic Tacs, extra gum. That is quite the candy haul in this little package, and I'm very excited to get started on it. Okay, so that was the local loot. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. Comment, like, share. And I didn't talk about the giveaway yet, so I should probably go ahead and do that. So the giveaway, I plan on doing a ongoing one, and the prizes will be given out.
See next video for update. Thank you.